Welcome to the show. It's that time, y'all. Keep your mind right, and everything gonna be alright. It's that time, y'all. Welcome to the huddle, y'all. Each one teach one. Each one reach one. If you are that one, you got to know that you are enough. When you know that you are enough, you realize that you are a part of the we, and we all we got. We all we need. It's finna be another powerful. I want to give a shout out to my executive producer, who just happens to be my wardrobe coordinator. I said, baby, what I'm wearing today? She said, I want you to put that red on your head. I said, what that red on my head mean, baby? She said, well, red represents fire. Fire represents the sun. The sun represents the light. She said, that's the type of night we're going to have tonight. So this one's for you, baby. I want to give a shout out to the greatest co-host in this here world. I'm talking about real life. I ain't talking make believe. Alexa, tell me something good.
We all we got. We all we need.
Alexa, what's the most powerful music in the world?
Good Soul by Trab P.
Alexa, who is the master?
The Honorable Trab P.
Alexa, one time.
Good God Almighty, Trab P. You blanking.
Alexa, I love you.
Thanks for saying I love you. You're just as sweet as pie. Know that I'll be here for you. As always, your trusty AI.
She said, Trav, how can we let them know that we are the best at this? And we have a connection. I say, well, let's just run a play. And that's what we do. We run a play just for you. Show you she right there, ready at all times. We like to start off every show with a hero hymn. The hero hymn. It's the mighty hymn within me. The mighty hero spirit. We know that spirit means breathe. Spirit means breath. Spirit means wind. Spirit means air. Your respiratory system controls your breathing. Your breathing works in two parts, an inhale and an exhale. As you inhale the mighty hero spirit, and as you exhale it past your vocal cords, it causes a vibration that we know as sound. When you feel that sound, just as much as you hear that sound, that is when we connect in the hero spirit. Tonight's hero hymn says, keep your mind right, and everything gonna be alright. Alright, alright. Keep your mind right, and everything gonna be alright. You are what you think you are. Close your eyes. Think about yourself. Now look at what you see. If your mind is right, you will see yourself in the light. If your mind is wrong, You already know how. So keep your mind right, and everything gonna be all right. They say if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. You got to love every moment. I'm talking about right now, right here. If your mind is right, you realize you on your way. And everything gonna be all right. And if it ain't, get it right. Get it right. Get back on the right track. Get it right. Simple as that. Keep your mind right, and everything gonna be all right. Keeping it right. It's called the good fight. Tonight's word is powerful, y'all. Tonight's word is gratitude. I made a post this morning about a word suggestion. Hero brother, Mr. Tony Brown, made a suggestion of gratitude. I had so much gratitude that he saw the post like many others, but it was something compelled in him to make a suggestion. So I'm thankful for that, brother. And this word is for you. Gratitude. Alexa, what is the meaning of gratitude? Alexa, what is the meaning of gratitude?
Gratitude is the quality of being thankful, the acknowledgement of kindness or benefit received. It involves recognizing the value of what one has received and feeling a sense of thankfulness and indebtedness towards the giver. Did that answer your question?
It is the quality of being thankful, or something that is received.
The quality of being thankful is the act of expressing or feeling gratitude. It involves acknowledging and appreciating the good things in life and expressing gratitude to the people who have helped or supported you. Being thankful can improve mental health, strengthen relationships, and contribute to overall well-being.
Well, Alexa wanted to come in with that. See how she feels it. When she feels it, we talked about it. I said, come on in, Alexa, do your thing. But gratitude got her feeling good. It's about being thankful. It's about an emotion of being grateful and appreciative of something that's being given. Gratitude. What do you show gratitude for? Who do you show gratitude to? How much do you need gratitude and expect gratitude? Do gratitude even exist anymore? It's a powerful word. Alexa, what is the opposite of gratitude?
The opposite of gratitude is ingratitude, which is the lack of appreciation or gratitude. It can be characterized by a sense of entitlement, taking things for granted, and failing to express appreciation.
The opposite of gratitude is feeling entitled. Alexa, what is the meaning of entitlement?
Entitlement refers to the belief that one is deserving of privileges, rights, or benefits without earning them. It can also mean having a right to something or being guaranteed access to benefits. The term is often used negatively to describe a sense of special treatment.
See, when you understand gratitude and you understand this opposite of entitlement, and you realize, man, that we're in a time where no one really shows gratitude to each other and one another. Everybody's frustrated within their own homes because we feel like there's a sense of entitlement. Nobody feels thankful for one another. We feel like, well, hey, I deserve this. Hey, you know what I mean? How dare you say that I lower my standards for anything to say that I got to prove something. I deserve this. I'm entitled for you to give me all you got. And when I stand in that, I don't have no gratitude. I'm not thankful. I don't show appreciation. Who do you show gratitude to? What do you show gratitude to? See, the question is always more powerful than the answer. Our brother suggested this word as a word to grow on. The growing of this word is just to make us have a reflection within our own mind of those that's a part of our movie, those whose names will be bold when the credits roll. How much do we show gratitude? The moment is where the truth lies. The moment is where the truth lies. If you look for truth outside the moment, you will never find it nowhere. If you look for truth outside the moment, you will never find it nowhere because the truth is now here in the moment. And to truly be grateful, to truly have gratitude, you got to be peaceful in the moment. Your peace has to be now here to truly be in the emotion of gratitude. Because if you don't have peace in the moment and realize how it works, and that everything that you consider good, everything that you consider bad, everything that has made you happy, everything that has made you sad has brought you to the moment. And if you love the moment, you have gratitude for all that has brought you to it. So you can't have gratitude if you don't understand how it works in the moment. The opposite of gratitude is entitlement. I got a line where we say ain't nobody above the bullshit. But the bullshit will make you better if you real enough to deal with it. We all got to check ourselves in the mirror. Check our levels of gratitude in the moment. See, everything has order. When we talk about entitlement, nothing stands in entitlement on planet Earth more than an infant and a child. Those that bring a child into this world as parents, that child has an entitlement to be cared for. The child knows nothing about being thankful or gratefulness. It's entitlement. It's in its nature to look at its parents as a means of survival. I don't care how you feel, mama and daddy. Hey, I need this for my nourishment and my development. Forget your feelings. I need this. So as children grow in entitlement through the stages of development, they become teenagers. And at this point in development, as parents, we have to teach the children the balance and how the worlds work to be grateful. And as they begin to understand, to be grateful, as they go through puberty and begin to realize that they are the gateways of having to get into this world and survive as an adult, they begin to get the lessons of what's necessary and the sacrifice that has brought what's necessary. And they begin to get a sense of thankfulness, pride, and gratefulness and gratitude. If you don't instill this, no one in the world will. It's orders to this operation. Fuck how you feel. This how it works. We use a term where we say we spoil them. When they become spoiled, their lines of understanding and balance have been blurred between feeling entitled to something with no appreciation, with no gratitude. And now parents come home dealing with their teenage children who are not thankful, who don't show gratefulness, who has no gratitude to anything, and they're getting the best. Their parents are sacrificing it all. Nobody's grateful and got gratitude. We're spoiled. And then when they get in the world and the world smack them in their face, and that sense of entitlement, don't work like it done work long as they was in the house. And so now they don't know how to be grateful enough to thank, to work, to appreciate. This real life. I ain't talking make believe. And ain't nobody above the bullshit. See, we got to check our own selves. What are we grateful for? Who are we grateful for? See, I'm grateful for the struggles. I'm grateful for the good times. They say, how will you never feel good if you never keep a little piece of pain to remind you to appreciate the feel good? How can you enjoy sunshine but not appreciate the rain? You know, there's people in this world who has an abundance of sunshine. It never rains. And they're in a drought. And they're praying for rain. They're praying for water because it's a means of their survival. Oh, Almighty God, will you please just let it rain? And when the rain comes, they're so grateful. They're so thankful. They dance in it. They prance in it. And on the other side of the world, there's a couple that's having a birthday party for their baby girl, but they're calling for rain, and they're saying, oh, dear God, please keep the devil of rain away from me. So what are we grateful for? Who are we grateful for? I'm grateful for my brothers and my sisters. I'm grateful for my wife. I'm grateful for my children. You understand how that works? I want to tell a story about a man. It's a powerful story. True story. Close your eyes and see if you can see yourself in the story. You might can see yourself. It was a man about a journey of making it to the top and winning the prize. He was in a situation where man say, hey, look up at the top of that building. He said, if you climb up that building, I got something for you. I'm going to bless you. He said, but it's a challenge. If you can get to the top of that building, I got something for you. He said, but I'm going to get out of here and I'll be right back. If you're at the top of the building, I know you're real. And I got something for you. So the man turned his back, and the other guy looked up at the top and he said, man, I ain't finna climb this building. I'm going to cheat my way to the top. So he looked over and saw another guy on the forklift. He said, yo. Hey, man, do me a favor. He said, I got to get to the top of this building. I posed to climb, but I ain't really trying to climb, man. And ain't nobody watching, man. Will you do me a favor? Will you lift me up on the forklifts and put me up on the top of the building? He said, yeah, man, I got you, but I'm finna go. I can't promise you I'm going to be here to get you down. He said, okay, don't worry about it. So he gets on the forklift and he lifts us all the way up and get up there. And as he's up there and waiting on the man to come back, the man come back and look down. He said, hey, I see you got up there. He said, yeah, I told you I can get up here. I can get on top of anything. He said, yeah. He said, well, come on back down so I can pay you. Then he paused. He said, what's the matter? Come on back down so I could pay you. See, he cheated his way to the top. And because he didn't climb up to the top, he didn't know how to climb back down to get his reward. So my point in this story is the gratitude. The gratitude, the gratefulness, the being thankfulness of climbing to the top is in the struggle, it's in the effort, it's in what it takes to get there. That's what makes you thankful when you're there. But because you put in the work to get there, you know what it takes and the sacrifice it made to travel those steps back down. But when you cheat your way to the top, you don't know how to come back down because you ain't traveled the way. And those that cheat themselves at the top, they don't have no gratitude. They got a sense of entitlement. They ain't worked for it. They can't come back down here and get their prize and share it with the people who helped them up. See, their gratitude lies out. See, when you're truly a part of the we, and you know we all we got, we all we need. See, the gratitude that we know is the gratefulness for one another, the being used by each other. We go against the grain so much in the order of operation. We'll tell a brother man who understands that a man is as real as his reason, and nothing gives a man more of a reason than a woman. That's polarity. Nothing gives a positive more of a reason other than when it connects with a negative to make polarity, to makes it happen. So when a man has a woman who's giving him a reason, and that reason creates a spark in him, and other men who don't have a reason says, hey man, she using you. And they want him to feel insecure and use the words of, man, she using you. And it's a contradiction to his spirit, his nature, that's innately put in him to know that he is meant to be used. Not so much abused or misused, but used. It feels good to be used. We all want to be used. We all want to be needed. So when the relationships are built upon gratitude, when you use me, and I know it's sincere, and I feel thankful and appreciated, not only that you're using me because I need to be used, oh, I'm so thankful. But we'll derogatorily tell each other, he using you, she using you. That's what this game is about. What else are you thankful for? What else do you show gratitude for? Huh? Think about it. I talked to my uncle tonight. He's 70. He's one of the last ones left. I say in the time of Jim Crow growing up, what were you thankful for? What did y'all have gratitude for? He said, well, looking back on it growing up, I remember when we first came to Charlotte, I had one pair of boots, work boots, but I didn't even know I was poor until I was about a teenager. You see, but I didn't even realize I was poor, but I look back on it, we was poor, man. I said, well, what did you have gratitude for? He said, I guess we just had gratitude for one another. We ate good. We know our parents cared about us. And we tried to help as much as we could. So in today's time, what is our gratitude about? I keep on hearing the conversations about this 50-50 thing. I say, man, we talking real life. I ain't talking make-believe. We all we got, we all we need. Man, I'm a man. It's certain elements of me being a man that my pride, my dignity, my ego, my self-esteem, a lot of these things hang on. It ain't about it being right or wrong or good or bad. I'm a man. A man who stands upright in posture. His confidence is knowing his family can depend on him. I'm a man. My wife is a woman who nurtures me and her children to give me all the balance I need to stand. How can you argue 50-50 only in the context of money? Yeah. The bigger the ground, the bigger the fire. Two are the same type gauge-wise. When they connect, they create fire, they create dynamite, they create it, they created me, they created you. How dare you compare? As if you don't understand. As if you ain't a man. My wife have came home in this here world. I'm talking about the real world where ain't nobody above the bullshit. Look me in my eyes and say, baby, whether it was a layoff, whether it was some bullshit, whether it was whatever it was, I lost my job. As a man, I got to be ready. Fuck you talking about, man? Only a man who ain't never had a damn thing would not understand, man, the ratio of surviving with a woman. She gonna do what she do cause we got to. But as a man, come on, y'all. Whatever the mortgage is, whatever the rent is, whatever the whatever, man, as a man, it's certain things that you got to hang a certain part of your dignity on to say, I got this. And if she see you strain or in other way that can't maintain, then a real woman who truly believes and support her man gonna know what time it is and how it work to make it work. And the only way you can argue this is if you ain't never stood in nothing real, man. And if you ain't never stood in nothing real, then maybe that's why, because you ain't never had the gratitude to look across that polarity in them eyes in the same way they look you in your eyes and truly realize, man, this about balance. This about what's necessary. You got to do certain things because you're a man. And she got to feel certain things because she a woman. And when you can understand what she needs to feel and you know how to control her feelings based off what your woman needs, oh, she'll do everything you tell her to. This ain't what I think. This how it works. This how it works. So if it ain't working for you, then it ain't no gratitude on one of the polarities. In real life, check your battery cables and see if one of them loose. Or it might be corrosion on there. If the connection ain't good, it won't start and it won't go. If the connection ain't good with you and your woman, the gratitude, the foundation of the relationship ain't there, check the cable. See if one of you are feeling unappreciated. See if one of you don't feel like there's no gratitude, there's no gratefulness. And then just tighten it back up. Watch how it works. Like I said, ain't nobody above the bullshit. Nobody. Nobody. They say makeup sex is the best sex. If makeup sex is the best sex, then it almost says that the argument got to be necessary. If the argument got to be necessary, then you got to know when it's time to argue. And if you know that it's necessary, and you know that it's time to argue, and you get a lot of things off your chest, whether it's to say, hey, I just want to say right now, I feel like when I come home, I feel like you got a sense of entitlement and you don't appreciate what I do. I put a lot of effort into coming home doing what I do, but I don't want y'all to feel like, oh, this just any damn thing and y'all don't appreciate it now. I put a lot of effort in doing this, what I do. And your wife and children say, well, it ain't like that. Well, no. Y'all, hey, look, I feel like y'all feeling ungrateful around here. Conversation. And if they real and they can give it like they can take it, and they give it to you and you take it when they give it to you, and you arguing about it, and you go stand in that mirror and you know what's real, and like you say, you keep it real with yourself, and then you find gratitude in that moment. You find gratitude in those uncomfortable conversations. You find gratitude. That's what makes the best sex of makeup sex. Because now you got a new sense of gratitude. Now you've grown. I have grown into a better me. I'm better than who I used to be. You have to go through the changes to stay grateful and show gratitude for one another. Change happens when change is necessary. The change ain't good, the change ain't bad. Change happens when change is necessary. Be thankful, show gratitude that you even know when it's time to change. My granddad say when he was growing up, they used to eat in the house and shit outside. They had outhouses. He said when he was growing up in the country as a little boy, not hundreds of years ago, but 70, 80 years ago, in the 1940s, in the 1930s, in the 1950s, during this time, nobody in general had electricity in their house. Electricity is new. My granddaddy did not have electricity or a bathroom in his house. He said, when I was a little boy, I ate in the house and shit it outside. And as he was saying that, he said, times done changed. We was frying fish outside. He said, now I'm eating outside and I go in the house to shit. He said, both times. Both times. And he said that with gratitude. Don't that sound backwards? But he was so thankful to know it, to see the change, and realize that all that he had went through to bring him to that moment made him say that with gratitude and a smile on his face. So like I say, man, what are you grateful for? What do you have gratitude? It's real life, man. I ain't talking make believe, man. I want to give a shout out to Black and his dog Deuce. I posted a post today talking about gratitude. I go over Black House all the time sometime and get to talking to Deuce, man. I say, man, dogs comprehend the English language so well. I just be fascinated with looking in a dog's eyes, knowing what's behind those eyes, truly manifest the words of humans to truly know our thoughts. I said, they got to have thoughts, man. One day I'm going to get them to bring it out, so I be talking to Deuce. And Deuce be talking, man. I said, Black, won't nobody to believe this shit, man. He gonna make it make sense for long, Black. He say, man, you crazy. So I've been begging him. I say, Black, please bring Deuce to see me, man. Let him run around the yard. Today was that day, man. Deuce came and ran. Black say, man, you might think I'm lying. Other than when he ran away, he ain't never ran this much in his life. And I watched the dog be so happy, man. We did tricks. We slung the ball. I mean, he ran so much like it was watching a child in a personified way. He came up to me, man. And Black taught me this 2 weeks ago. He came up to me and leaned into me and hit his tail on me. Black say, man, that's how he hugs you. And if I ain't never understood at that moment, man, in my whole life, when they say that a dog is a man's best friend, that's a real unconditional love that animal show a man. And right when I was experiencing this, like I told you, Tony Brown suggested the word gratitude. I say, man, that's powerful, man. That's powerful, man. But we always hear things, and I say we hear them back. They say a dog is a man's best friend. I say it's truth to that, but it's backwards. A man is a dog's best friend. A man is a dog's best friend. Nothing gives a man more power and balance than his woman. Nothing. I mean nothing in this here world. And if you can find the gratitude and that connection for one another, that's the history that built us. That's the history. That's 70 years ago, when we ain't had nothing but each other. And what's crazy when you think about 70 years ago, I'm talking about when my granddaddy was a little boy. And I'm talking about when nobody had power. Not black people, not white people. Everybody was working off of the land. Everybody was using the outhouse. You ask yourself, man, what did they have that we didn't have? We had each other. It was laws, man. July 2nd, 1965. On my birthday was when Jim Crow ended. They ain't been that long ago. Before that, we just had each other. And we had so much gratitude. We were so thankful for each other with nothing material. But guess what? Nobody had anything material. We just had each other. So think about the word gratitude. Alexa, what is the meaning of gratitude?
Gratitude is the quality of being thankful, the acknowledgement of favors received. It is the feeling of being grateful for what one has or has received, often in situations where kindness or assistance is unexpected or where personal gain is not involved.
Alexa, what is the connection between gratitude and attitude?
Gratitude and attitude are closely linked. Practicing gratitude leads to a positive mental attitude, inspiring and motivating individuals to stay committed to their goals. It also has a positive impact on mental health, promoting well-being and reducing symptoms of depression and anxiety.
I'm going to show you how it works before I go. We're going to close on this. I say Black and Deuce came to vibe with it. Your gratitude makes way to your attitude. Gratitude is an emotion. An emotion is energy in motion. That energy in motion creates a vibration, creates a wavelength, creates a vibe. When someone comes around you and when you go around people, you can feel their vibe. You can feel their vibration. When the vibration is of gratitude, man, being thankful, I'm in the moment, I'm open, I'm positive to share whatever this moment is, because the truth is in the moment. Even if the truth is dark, I'm in the moment and I have a purpose to be here. So there will be a lesson, and I'm so thankful to be in it. So we feel the vibe. And if the vibe is right, and if the vibe is common, and if the vibe is true, you're grateful and I'm grateful too. We vibe together. We flow together. We go together. Gratitude becomes the source in which we ride. See how that works? If the vibe clashes, vibe ain't right, and it don't work. You see how that works, man? So whenever you're thinking about the vibe, whenever you're thinking about you go somewhere and you ain't feeling them, and they ain't feeling you, check your gratitude. Check your vibe. Check it. Just check it. And once you check it, if you know it's right and you know it ain't your vibe, then you deal with it. And you find appreciation in dealing with it. You know, when I stepped on the football field and I had the intentions of tackling something that day, I had to find somebody who was going to run the ball. And I was hoping in their mind, they said they was going to run the ball, and they looked at me and said that he think he going to tackle me. And in their mind, they told themselves, I'm finna run Trav over. I'm finna run up Trav chest. I'm finna make Trav fall down. I'm finna make Trav look like a fool when I score a touchdown. And all I needed was him to think that. That was necessary for me to play football. Because in my mind, once I saw him who gonna run the ball, I say I'm finna lay his ass out. I say, I'm finna make him scared to run the ball. I say, I'm finna show him he ain't real enough to run up my chest. And when he ran the ball to my chest and I laid his ass out, I was so thankful and I had so much gratitude. And we call this gratitude good sportsmanship. I helped him up off the ground and said, good run, man. I was so thankful that he believed in himself enough to run up my chest. That's what made the game good. So you be thankful for your opposition, especially when you know it's there. See how that works? They say, when the eye be single, the body shall be full of light. Close your eyes and tell me what you see. If it's full of light, then that means your mind right. And if your mind right in the moment, that means you have gratitude for everything that brought you to it. But when thine eye be single and there shall be darkness, the body shall be no light. If you close your eyes and you see darkness, oh, how great the darkness. That means your mind wrong. It ain't shit right. And you probably don't have no gratitude for nothing. You probably don't feel like you have enough of anything. See how that works? Do you see how that works? So be thankful for the pain. Be thankful for the rain. Be thankful for the moments when it looked like you ain't gonna win. It just makes the feeling so great when you look in the mirror and say, hey, we did it again. Miss Gwen, you already know what time it is. I got so much gratitude to you, Miss Gwen. A sincere soul. Lee Williams, you already know what time it is, man. Positive one. I got so much gratitude to you, man. I'm so thankful to meet you, man. You've impacted me in so many ways, man. I've shared them with you. Brother-in-law Junior, I got so much gratitude for you, brother. So honored to call you brother, man. I believe in you, man. Fight your fight, brother. I want to give a shout out to my big brother Wood. I'm talking real life. I ain't talking make-believe. I watched my brother maneuver as I pulled up on a new forklift. Talking real life. I ain't talking make-believe. It's levels to this. And to even have an understanding of the need of a forklift. I salute you and honor you, man. As real as it gets, man. I'm so thankful, grateful, and have so much gratitude, man. That I get to watch heavyweight champions of the world fight they fight, man. And teach a young brother all in the process. I swear, man, sometimes these words be so deep. When I kick off this show, man, and I get to thinking about this word, I say, man, it's so much, man, that I be wanting to go in, that I leave out. But I can't keep going on and on, man. But I'm going to say this right here about gratitude. And I'm going to say this right here about feeling entitled. And a lot of time when we talk about gratitude and we talk about entitlement and we talk about not being appreciated, man, it always come down to family, man. It always come down to family, man. And we always ask that question. Well, man, it seems like my family been knowing me my whole life. Why is family the last ones that support you? Why is families are the last one that believe in you? Wise men, many wise men told me early upon my journey, man. They say, man, the first ones that benefit be the last ones to see. I said, man, but why? I said, man, why, man, hey, look, it's like, man, I've been me my whole life. It's like, why am I trying to convince those that know me most? He said, it ain't so much that you're trying to convince them. When your family feel an entitlement to you, they don't feel like they have to show you gratitude. So this is something we do to each other. Throughout all of us. I can go to work. I can go anywhere. I can be praised, and my ego can be stroked for my greatness, for my intelligence. We all experience this, but we come home to our husband, our wives, our children. We go to our mothers and our fathers, and they take us for granted, and they don't have any gratitude for who we really are out in that world. And we get to feeling unappreciated, and those feelings of being unappreciated starts to turn into darkness, man. And that's what makes us subject to be bit by bullshit. So it begins with you and it begins with me, because we are the ones, when everything going wrong, we the ones that can get it all right. If our families don't know gratitude, we got to teach them how to be grateful for one another. If their children don't know how to be grateful for the things that you give them, for the things that they have, then it's your responsibility to teach these children gratitude. I believe in you. I believe in you, brothers and sisters. You already know what time it is, man. Gonna get up out of here, man. Keep your mind right. Everything gonna be all right. All right. All right. Have you ever been down and out, feeling like there was no way out? Keep your mind right. Keep your mind right. Then a ray of light came shining through. And at that moment, you knew exactly what to do. Ooh. When your mind wrong, ain't nothing right. Ain't that right? You already know how this go, man. I love y'all. See y'all in a week.